The last time these two teams met, it came down to free throws. This year, it would be even more dramatic. Illini and Mizzou in the 34th installment of Braggin Rights. Illinois breaking out the throwback Fighting Illini jerseys for the first time this afternoon. First half, Rayvonte Rice, yet another big day. Connects right here for a nice little basket. Illini up early. Back and forth in the first half. Mizzou gets a bucket. Montague Gills Caesar, say that name 3 times fast, with a pull-up jumper. Then the last minute of the first half, Ahmed Starks knocks down the 3, gives Illinois a 2-point lead at halftime. Second half, it got crazy. Both teams exchanged some blows. Starks has his best game of the year. He had 13 points on the night. Then Nana Egwu would get the ball himself. Check him out. Throws down the jam. Illinois up 57-55. In the final 20 seconds, Wes Clark knocks down the jumper to tie the game up. But that would set the stage for this. Rayvonte Rice for 3. At the buzzer, he drills it. Illinois wins it 62-59. Braggin Rights to goes to Champaign for the second consecutive year. News Channel Sports Josh Getzoff has more from a wild one in St. Louis.
The Scottrade Center is known more for hockey, but today it was all about basketball, specifically Rayvonte Rice, who from this spot right here on the court hit the game-winning buzzer beater to give Illinois their 9th victory of the season and their 2nd straight win in the Braggin Rights game.
You just try to shoot. Every time you try to shoot it, you try to make it. So, thought it was going in and it happened to fall.
I've seen Ray do it time in and time out since I've been here, and honestly had great confidence that the shot was going in, so it was a great feeling once it happened, and I just wanted to give him a big hug after he did it.
First thing that went through my mind was I was happy for the team and happy for our guys because of the way they fought. The second thing that went through my mind was he deserves it. He works when no one else is watching. I mean, he's in the gym early. He shoots on game day, probably more than I'd like for him to shoot because I'd like for him to save his legs. But he comes in early, gets shots up on game day. This summer, the number of times that I saw him, I might go back to the office to grab something, and he's in there in a full sweat, and the gun or the shoot-away machine says he's up to 700 and some threes. Ray has made himself into a shooter.
Rice's moment will be remembered, but another senior stepped up when Illinois needed it, as Ahmed Starks enjoyed his finest game in orange and blue to date, scoring 13 points in the win.
I thought Starks really made plays for us, especially in the second half. He got in a groove, and you could just tell that look in his eye. I thought he played with a lot of passion, a lot of energy.
It was a great feeling. We ran, a few actions that were able to just free myself up and allow me to make a play, and though what presented itself were, a few jump shots to kind of get a rhythm going. And, it was a great feeling.
Illinois will have a full week to enjoy this one. They don't return to action until December 27th at State Farm Center when Kennesaw State comes to town. And for the Illini, they will have an extra special Christmas with the Braggin Rights Trophy in town for the 2nd straight year. In St. Louis, Josh Getzoff, News Channel Sports.